Narcs thought it'd be easy to smear your reputation and dirty your name. Narcissists thought it would be easy. They believed they could destroy your reputation, tarnish your name, and turn everyone against you without consequence. In their twisted mind, they were certain you would never recover from the lies, the rumors, and the carefully orchestrated smear campaign. They saw you as nothing more than a pawn in their game, someone they could manipulate, discard, and erase without a second thought. But they underestimated you. They didn't count on your resilience. They didn't realize that the truth always has a way of coming to light, no matter how much they try to bury it. Before we dive deep into this topic, make sure to subscribe, like, and share this video. If you've ever dealt with a narcissist who tried to ruin your reputation, you're not alone. The more we spread awareness, the harder it becomes for them to keep getting away with their toxic games. So, let's expose them for who they truly are and take back our power. A narcissist's smear campaign isn't just about spreading lies, it's about control. They want to dictate how others see you, how you see yourself, and how much damage they can cause before you even realize what's happening. It starts subtly. They plant small seeds of doubt, making casual comments that paint you in a negative light. They say things like, "I'm really worried about them. They've been acting so different lately," or, "I hate to say this, but I think they might have some serious issues." These statements don't seem like outright attacks at first, but they serve a purpose to make others start questioning you. And once they've planted that doubt, they start to escalate. Suddenly, you find yourself being misrepresented in ways you never could have imagined. The narcissist takes every opportunity to twist the truth, manipulating the story to fit their own agenda. They exaggerate your flaws, taking minor mistakes or imperfections and turning them into massive character assassinations. They fabricate entire stories, weaving a narrative so far from reality that it's almost unrecognizable. But to the people who don't know any better, the lies seem convincing. Maybe they tell people you're unstable, painting you as emotionally erratic or incapable of rational thought. They cherry-pick moments where you reacted out of frustration, moments they themselves provoked, and use them as proof that you're the problem. Maybe they go even further, accusing you of things you never did, creating elaborate tales designed to make you look dangerous or untrustworthy. They might claim you betrayed them, that you were the toxic one all along, and that they were the innocent party who only ever tried to love and support you. And because narcissists are experts at playing the victim, people believe them. They put on a performance so convincing, so emotionally charged, that even those who should know better start to question what's real. They fake tears with ease, delivering carefully rehearsed sob stories that make them appear wounded and fragile. They tell the same lies over and over, reinforcing their version of events until it becomes the dominant narrative. They talk about how they tried everything to help you, how they sacrificed so much only to be repaid with cruelty, and how they never wanted to expose you but were forced to speak their truth. They understand that most people won't dig deeper. Most won't ask for evidence or demand explanations. Instead, they will take the narcissist's words at face value, sympathizing with their pain and offering their support. The narcissist thrives on this validation, soaking up the attention while ensuring that you are left defenseless. And the worst part, you may not even realize the extent of the damage until it's too late, until you notice the sideways glances, the whispered conversations, and the way people begin to treat you differently. All because of a story that was never true to begin with. What makes this even more infuriating is that the people who once stood by your side, the ones you trusted, the ones who claimed to care about you, may start to turn against you. It happens gradually, almost imperceptibly at first. Friends who used to check in on you might suddenly become distant, offering vague excuses for why they can't meet up or why they've been too busy to talk. Conversations that once felt warm and supportive now feel cold and awkward. You start noticing that certain people avoid eye contact, that their responses are shorter, that there's something unspoken lingering between you. Coworkers who once laughed with you at lunch might begin whispering behind your back. You catch fleeting glances in your direction, quiet exchanges that stop the moment you enter the room. There's an unease in the air, a sense that something is being said about you when you're not around. Maybe projects are reassigned. Maybe invitations to work events mysteriously stop coming your way. It doesn't take long before you realize that your reputation has been tainted, that the carefully crafted lies of the narcissist have begun to take root. Even family members, those who should know you best, may start questioning your side of the story. You hear it in the hesitant way they speak to you, the subtle change in their tone. They might not say it outright, but you can tell. Doubt has been planted in their minds. Are you sure it happened that way? Maybe they didn't mean it. Have you tried seeing it from their perspective? These questions, seemingly innocent on the surface, cut deep, because they show just how effective the narcissist's smear campaign has been. The people who should have believed you without hesitation are now second-guessing your reality. And that is exactly what the narcissist wanted all along. They want you isolated, cut off from your support system. They want you questioning yourself, wondering if maybe you did overreact, if maybe you are the problem. They want you to feel powerless, so consumed by doubt and pain that you won't even think about defending yourself. The more alone you feel, the easier it becomes for them to maintain control over the narrative. And when you're drowning in isolation, struggling to understand how people could turn on you so easily, they revel in it. Because for them, this is a game, and in their mind, they're winning. But here's the thing. No matter how hard they try to destroy you, they will never truly succeed in the long run. At first, it may seem like they've won. It may feel like they've successfully turned the world against you, like their lies have completely overshadowed the truth. You may even start to believe that you'll never be able to recover from the damage they've done. But the truth has power, more power than any lie they can fabricate. Lies may spread quickly, but they are weak at their core. They require constant maintenance, endless manipulation to keep the illusion alive. And narcissists, they always overplay their hand. At some point, they get too confident, too reckless. They believe they're untouchable, that their deception is so airtight that no one will ever see through it. But deception requires consistency, and narcissists are anything but consistent. They slip up. They contradict themselves. They get careless. And eventually, the cracks begin to show. The same people who once believed their sob stories start to notice inconsistencies. They start to question why the narcissist always seems to be at the center of drama, why every past relationship has ended in chaos, why there's always someone new being blamed for their misfortunes. And when the truth starts to surface, when their carefully woven web of lies begins to unravel, the narcissist finds themselves facing the very thing they feared most, exposure. Because no matter how much they try to rewrite history, no matter how desperately they cling to their false narrative, reality has a way of breaking through. And when it does, the people they manipulated, the ones who turned against you, will start to see them for who they really are. And that is something they will never be able to escape. People start to notice the inconsistencies in their stories. They see the patterns, the way the narcissist always seems to have an issue with someone, the way they constantly paint themselves as the victim, the way their tales never quite add up. And when the cracks begin to show, the entire narrative collapses. The very people who once believed them start to question everything. They realize they were manipulated. They see the narcissist for who they truly are. And when that moment comes, it's not you who is left with a ruined reputation, it's them. What narcissists fail to understand is that true character always speaks louder than words. You don't need to defend yourself to everyone who hears the lies. You don't need to fight to prove your innocence. All you have to do is stay true to yourself. The people who truly matter will see the truth in time. They will recognize the kind of person you are, not because you convinced them, but because your actions will always reveal the truth better than any words ever could. And as for the narcissist, they will reap exactly what they sow. The same tactics they use to destroy you will backfire on them. They will be the ones left with a tarnished reputation, isolated and exposed for the manipulators they are. Because when you try to build something on lies, it never lasts. And when the world finally sees through the illusion, the fall is brutal. So if a narcissist has tried to ruin your name, don't waste your energy fighting their lies. It's tempting to defend yourself, to try to correct the false stories they spread, to make people see the truth. But the more you engage, the more power you give them. Narcissists thrive on reaction. They don't care whether the attention they receive is positive or negative. As long as they're controlling the narrative, they feel like they're winning. The moment you start arguing, explaining, or trying to prove yourself to those who believe the lies, you play right into their hands. That's exactly what they want. To see you caught up in the chaos they created, wasting your time and energy on something they manufactured just to hurt you. Instead of giving them that satisfaction, focus on yourself. Keep moving forward, even when it feels like the weight of their deception is dragging you down. It won't be easy at first. You might feel an overwhelming urge to clear your name, to make people understand what really happened. But the truth is, the people who truly know you, the ones who genuinely care, don't need an explanation. And the people who eagerly believe the narcissist's lies without question, they were never truly on your side to begin with. No amount of justification will change their minds because they were already looking for a reason to turn against you. The best thing you can do is live well. Keep building the life they never wanted you to have. Keep thriving despite their attempts to tear you down. Narcissists want you broken, desperate, and consumed by their lies. They want to see you so devastated by their smear campaign that you can't focus on anything else. They want you to be stuck in a cycle of self-doubt and pain, constantly looking over your shoulder, constantly feeling the need to explain yourself. But when you refuse to play their game, when you continue growing, healing, and succeeding despite everything they did to break you, you take away their power. And here's the thing about lies. They don't last forever. No matter how convincing the narcissist may seem, no matter how many people they fool at first, deception is never sustainable. At some point, their web of lies starts to unravel. They contradict themselves. They slip up. They go too far. And the same people who once believed them will begin to see the truth. Some may even come back to you, realizing they were manipulated, regretting that they turned against you. But by then, it won't even matter, because you won't be seeking validation from anyone. You won't need people to see the truth in order to find peace. You'll already have it. Because the best revenge isn't proving them wrong. It's living so well that their smear campaign becomes nothing more than a forgotten, pathetic attempt at destruction. One day, you'll look back and realize that all the energy they spent trying to ruin you was wasted, that their lies had no lasting effect on your happiness, that while they were busy trying to control the narrative, you were busy building a life so full, so beautiful, that they became nothing more than a distant, irrelevant memory. And when that happens, you won't even care about their lies anymore. You'll be too busy thriving, too focused on your own joy to give them another thought. Thank you for watching. If this video helped you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps expose narcissistic abuse and empowers more people to break free from toxic relationships. Stay strong, stay empowered, and I'll see you in the next video.